Welcome, marketers, to a journey that will transform the way you approach your craft. Today, we're diving deep into the fundamentals of marketing, the backbone of every successful campaign, strategy, and brand story. Marketing isn't just about selling a product. It's about crafting an experience, building relationships, and leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of your audience. Let's start with the basics. Marketing is about creating value. It's understanding your audience, solving their problems, and communicating in a way that resonates. For that reason, we will always start our marketing strategy and our marketing plan running some research. We want to understand the environments, and if there are any factors in the environments that could affect the way a target market could perceive us, or even if there are new competitors in the market. It's key to keep an eye on the market and all the external factors that can affect us. Some great tools to start with are the pastel analysis and the SWOT analysis. Then the next step is to understand your market segments and get to understand each of them so well that you can even create a persona. We will go over the details on this in our training video. When thinking about the marketing strategy, you will usually start with the marketing mix framework, also known as the 7s of marketing. In here, it's important that your marketing is not only focusing on one thing. Balance is key to really create a cohesive and strong strategy. For example, you will see a lot of marketing teams work on email marketing and social media content. And while those are great channels to use, they often forget that marketing includes things like product, promotion, price, etc. So before you get into choosing what communication channels to use, think about your marketing strategy holistically. Think about what changes or improvements in the pricing structure could help you achieve your goals. And be more competitive. Think about what promotional strategies you want to use to increase sales or target a new market. Think about where to place your products and where your potential customer could find you, etc. These are some of the things we will discuss in our next videos. If you are a Nova user, you can find the marketing strategy workflows and other workflows or toolbox. You also have all our tools that are always available and free to all our users, from the pestle analysis, the buyer's journey, to social media planning. Now, if you want to learn more, keep watching this video to learn about how to build a marketing plan. A comprehensive marketing plan serves as a roadmap for your business, outlining your marketing goals, strategies, and tactics. In this video, I will share a breakdown of key components that a marketing plan should include and will walk you through the workflow. Start by defining your goals and then write an executive summary based on your discussion and your analysis. To run those discussions and your thinking process, you can use a template like this one. It will help you define your goals and the anticipated outcomes that you expect. This is a great way to discuss that with your team, or even evaluate it by yourself. Once done, you can start your marketing plan on a document and start with an executive summary. The next step is to define your business overview. This seems obvious, but sometimes teams have different definitions of what the company's mission and values are. So it's a good idea to have that conversation and reframe it before you add it to your marketing plan. Think about defining your mission, vision, and values. Now that you have all of this, the team should be able to define their short-term goals. This should be following the SMART framework. Your marketing objectives can also be discussed by following the OKRs framework. Next, define your target audience. The main objective is to be able to easily define and identify your target audience. Understand their demographics, behaviors, preferences, and pain points. This information guides your marketing strategies and should be defined in your marketing plan. To get there, you can watch our detailed videos that show you how to define your segments and create personas. The next step is analyzing your competitor. Identify their strengths and weaknesses, market share, and strategies. Understand how your business can differentiate itself and compete effectively. Right after that, you should be able to define your unique value proposition. As you see, if you are using Nova, it will guide you through the process. Otherwise, you can copy and paste the notes in this video or on our blog post. Now is where you start defining the strategy. This process requires multiple conversations and a lot of critical thinking. So before you go to your document and start writing your strategy, it is important that you spend time thinking, discussing, and exploring options. The time dedicated to thinking and to discuss ideas is fundamental for the success of your strategy. So define what are the conversations you need to have, the things you have to think about and explore, and the decisions that need to be made. In here, we have divided into the following. High-level strategy. Discuss what is your overall strategy and how are you trying to grow. Is it by targeting new markets, or making your users spend more on your products, or innovating to better compete with your competitors? This should be a high-level decision that will help you define the marketing strategy and your actions. We often use this card deck for that discussion. Next, define the marketing strategies. Outline the overarching strategies you'll employ to achieve your marketing goals. This could include content marketing, social media marketing, influencer partnerships, and more. In here is important that you choose and don't try to do everything. The next step will be to define tactics and the action plan. In here, you will break down each marketing strategy into specific tactics and activities. Create a timeline, allocate resources, and assign responsibilities. Be detailed about the execution. Next, define the budget and resource allocation. Specify the budget allocated for each marketing activity. Consider expenses for advertising, content creation, software tools, personnel, and any other relevant costs. After that, we move to channels and platforms. Identify the marketing channels and platforms you'll use. This could include digital channels, website, social media, email, traditional advertising, events, and more. Once this is done, you will try to define all your metrics and key performance indicators. A good way to think about this is by thinking about the buyer's journey and how many potential users search for a solution, how many end up on your website, how many do they buy, and what overall the conversion rate. We also explain more details in our next video. The last two things we usually recommend are including a risk analysis and contingency plans. Identify potential risks and challenges that may affect your marketing plan. Develop contingency plans to address unforeseen circumstances and mitigate risks. And finally, a timeline. Create a timeline that outlines when each marketing activity will be executed. This provides a clear roadmap for implementation and helps with tracking progress. While this is not always necessary, timelines not always work for all organizations as things tend to change so often, and making detailed timelines can be difficult to maintain. As an alternative is to build a 90 or 60-day action plan. That means that every 60 or 90 days, you define the whole action plan that will include all the marketing activities during that period, and define the due dates and the responsible for each part. If you want to get into details, sometimes you want to think about activities that have to be delivered during that period and ask the team to create their own tasks, and you can check on a monthly basis on how things are progressing. Overall, a marketing plan will look like this. This is the document you generate and share with the team. This usually is the plan you create for the next year or the next 2 years. Where the actual conversation and decisions are is wherever you work and think with your team. That space can more easily adapt to changes, and the strategy and workflow for the team can help hold people accountable. There are multiple ways to do this. For example, Nova is a great platform to manage collaboration, strategic thinking, holding people accountable, and guiding people through the process. What is important is that you don't directly go to write your plan on a document without spending enough time thinking and exploring ideas. Keep watching our videos for more information about how to effectively define your marketing strategy.